Hello there, how are you? I hope all is well and everything is absolutely amazing on your end. Welcome back on my channel. You're listening to Light Channelings once again, and I am back with a new card reading for all of you. Before starting with the reading, allow me to express my gratitude for the loving positive energy you're sending towards me. May God bless you with abundance in all of its beautiful forms. So without wasting any of our time, let's get started with the reading. Okay? What I see here first and foremost is that the feminine individual, the feminine soul counterpart, whoever it is in this spiritual soul connection, is at present fighting her battles like a warrior. The feminine soul counterpart is not ready to give up on herself, and we are not even talking about her soul counterpart or anyone else here. She is much more focused on standing tall in her own power. Nothing can beat her down at this point of time, and she's not even going to allow anything or anyone to beat her down, no matter how difficult her challenges, obstacles, or struggles are for her to face, and no matter how painful it is for her to go through whatever it is she's going through. Yes, she is in stress. Yes, she is anxious, nervous. Yes, she is unable to stop her racing thoughts. Yes, she is losing patience and hope day by day. Yes, at present, she is unable to believe that there might be a little ray of hope left for her to see. She is in the midst of struggle, chaos, upheaval, and numerous challenges on her path. People have created a path of thorns for her to walk over, but she is still not giving up on herself. And that's just amazing to see how powerful the feminine soul counterpart is becoming day by day. This is the energy one needs to be in. A lot of them are literally going through hell at this point of time. Their marriage plans have failed. Their marriages have failed for a lot of them. They are in separation. Some of them are divorced, going through divorce. They've been betrayed. They've been hurt like anything. They've been treated like a doormat, like a piece of shit, like dustbin, like just an object. But she is still standing in her power and not taking no for an answer for herself. Again, we are not even talking about her soul counterpart or this connection. No matter what happens in her external world, nothing is going to beat her down now. This is the energy this feminine is in right now, which is just commendable and amazing to see, because this is not easy for anyone to achieve and embrace. This takes a lot of guts, a lot of courage and strength, and this feminine is showing up for herself, having all of that within herself and bringing it all from within. She needs to get commended and applauded for that. She deserves it. Now this suffering this feminine is having to go through at this point of time has been caused by her soul counterpart as well as her soul counterpart's family, which was completely against her soul connection with her soul counterpart and against her as well, for extremely irrelevant and pathetic reasons. Pathetically ridiculous reasons, actually. There was manipulation, there was deceit, there still is deceit, and arrogance coming from people in your soul counterpart's family, which made them think as if they have a right to disapprove of you or put an end to your connection and create another one for their son, their brother, their sister, their daughter, whatever. It's because of your counterpart's family you are in hell or suffering like hell at this point of time, but still not giving up on yourself, and you're still facing all your challenges and fighting your battles. Because of your soul counterpart and their family, you are unable to move forward or you're feeling stuck in your life. And it's all because when there is a soul connection, universe keeps guiding you towards your soul counterpart. And for the feminine, it becomes extremely difficult for her to start afresh or start her life somewhere else because of the signs and the synchronicities and this push that comes from the universe, which is intended to make them focus on reuniting with her soul counterpart, or which makes her do the work to bring this connection into its fruition and ground it into their physical reality. And that's why a lot of times she has to suffer when her plans do not work out, or when there are challenges and obstacles like these which get created by external influence and factors coming from these people. This is what's happening here. And for that same exact reason, all of these people are at present under heavy divine judgment. All of them, including your soul counterpart. Because they are the one who had lessons to learn here. That which they completely ignored because their friends or their family is their priority, or we can say they have misplaced priority. Misplaced priorities here. Okay? Their family manipulated them and deceived them into thinking that you are not a good fit for them and their family, and they should choose something or someone else who would be a good match for their status quo, for their name and fame, and would prove to be an addition for more wealth, property, and prosperity, financial prosperity, not the emotional one, to enter into their lives and in their family, so that they'll be able to rise up in their status, in their community, and that would help them feel good of themselves, feel good about themselves, and become number one. This need of becoming number one is kind of highlighted here. They are all about living a life of pomp and show, completely materialistic lifestyle, no place for emotions, no place for others' emotions, especially. They can stoop to any low level of using manipulation, trickery, or treachery when it comes to their name, fame, or image, their status in the society or the community they live in. They are all about that. This was the issue which brought an ending in between you and your soul counterpart and made them choose something or someone else. This was the reason. Now, if it would not have been such a big deal here, because it is a big deal, as you are in hell because of all of this. You are unable to move forward. You are unable to start fresh in your life because there is this soul connection you're having to deal with. And it's universe's will, it's divine will to bring soul counterparts together and end this pattern of promoting marriages which are completely based on money-making ventures, which ultimately turn out to be a profit and loss statement, which are promoted to just acquire huge sum of money or wealth in the name of dowry or wedding gifts for some. That's just another name for dowry, because there are a lot of so-called intellectuals who are going to say on your face that they do not believe in taking dowry, but in the name of wedding gifts, they'll be open-heartedly willing to accept whatever it is you present to them. So this is what was going on here. This was the whole situation which led to this painful ending you had to experience in your soul connection, and this ultimate heartbreak and betrayal that was caused for you to experience and endure, and you were left to die out into the cold by your soul counterpart for this exact reason, because their family, their parents, their family members are their priority. So the kind of suffering these people have created for you, because there is judgment sitting over these people's head, divine is bringing the same kind of suffering which is going to be 10 times worse for them, as 10 of swords is clarified by the tower along with the judgment card. Whatever plans they have created here to put an end to your connection and create another one which is again based on a pile of shit, it's all going to collapse and fail for them. It's time for these people to experience what they have made you experience here. They've destroyed your marriages, they've destroyed your marriage plans, they've filled your life with unbearable pain, heartache and suffering. They took away everything from you, everything that belongs to you. They took away the love of your life. They took away your youth for some of you, and they spilled the tea on your hard work, on your patience, and everything that you were creating here, which was blessed by divine, and divine was guiding you onto this path to create these blessings and these positive changes, to bring in everyone's lives for the highest good of all involved. But because of these people's mindless attitude, they destroyed it all to fulfill their own selfish agendas and promote this negativity and toxicity of their own. So for this reason, at present, universe is going to put them in your shoes, and universe is going to deliver them some changes, upheavals, painful situations, circumstances and endings, so that they can learn the value of love and how it feels when your blessings are taken away from you, how it feels when your marriage comes to an end, how it feels when people fill your path with thorns like they filled yours, how it feels when all your hopes die in front of your eyes, how it feels when all your dreams come shattering down, how it feels when people attack you, how it feels when people block you for no reason, how it feels when you lose your loved ones, how it feels when someone does that to you. They'll be going through these changes now. All of them, not just one person, all of them, including your soul counterpart. It's because of this conditional love they are taught to believe in as the purest form of love ever present on this planet Earth, that only comes from parents or the mother, that made your counterpart to make a decision to break your heart by being practical here, because that's what their family manipulated them into thinking and believing, and that's what their family wanted them to do. But what's going to happen here is that whatever it is these people are trying to create here, whether it be making your counterpart marry someone else for accumulating more money, wealth, or expanding their businesses, or just, add another feather in their name, fame, or status quo, these plans are not going to work out for them, is what divine is letting you know here and passing the judgment in your favor and in the favor of this divine spiritual soul connection. I cannot tell you how it's going to happen, but something is just going to end here. If your counterpart tries to move in another direction, those plans are going to end through way of divine intervention. If they already are in marriage, some sort of truth is going to come out about that other person, which is going to make your counterpart put an end to that connection, or it's just that it's naturally going to come to an end, or the other person may make a decision to end their plans of marrying with your counterpart, or just end things completely among all of them. Something is going to happen here for sure, which is going to force people or force your counterpart to think clearly about their next choices, decisions, and actions. And if your counterpart or their family acts rigid or stubborn, then this ending is going to take place from the other side, which means if they start to fly high thinking that they won and found success in replacing this connection or kicking you down and finding their source of happiness, which is completely built on money, name and fame, and materialistic living, universe is simply going to bring an ending in front of them with that aspect of their life. That's what's going to happen here. That's what I see happening. And after this happens and takes place, universe is going to start making things move once again to bring you and your soul counterpart back into each other's lives once again. Because this is the judgment divine is giving here. You cannot create anything anywhere else except in this connection. You have to come back, you have to return back. You have to make sure that you are on the same page. You have to make sure that there is equal give and take and you are mutually inclined and aligned with each other only and no one else. There cannot be any third person allowed or involved in your connection. That's the judgment divine is making here. That's the clear judgment divine is making here. And this is something your soul counterpart and their family needs to learn here, because you are learning your lessons all alone. You have no one's support, no one understands you, no one is there to help you. You are fighting your battles all alone. You're facing everything all alone. Despite being in such a dark situation or phase of your life, you're moving forward and looking forward. Even though things are not clear to you at this point of time, but you're still standing tall. So first and foremost, these people need to experience these kind of changes, situations and phases in their life for them to learn their lessons. That's what I see is going to happen here, and all their plans of creating something else by replacing this connection or by, throwing it into the dustbin, that's what they thought they could do by using manipulation and deceit here, or by tempting your counterpart to focus on something else that would look more beautiful and more attractive and more dazzling to show off in front of other people, instead of focusing on to you, your emotions, your connection, and things of that sort. All of those ideas and those plans are going to fail for them. They cannot work out for them. That's clear. It won't work out. God knows how it's going to happen, but it won't work out. I can clearly tell you that here, straight away. It won't work out. Either the third party is going to put an end to those connections, or may simply say no, that they do not want to move forward or create any connection or get into any kind of commitment or marriage with your soul counterpart or with their family, because something is going to come out into the light here. Something is surely going to come out into the light, and I don't know what's going to happen, but whatever changes are coming here into these people's lives are not very pleasing, and they have some tough time ahead for them to face and endure. That's the judgment universe is making here, and I feel like it's going to come into action real soon. Because ultimately your counterpart needs to return back to you and give you the commitment. That's what I see is going to happen here. Ultimately, that's what's going to happen. So at present, just know that there is nothing much you need to do except being in the energy you already are in and holding on to your strength. That's it. No matter how many options your counterpart explores, no matter how many people come into their life, ultimately their heart and soul is going to continue to yearn for their soul counterpart, and they'll be forced to return back to you. I explained everything to you. At present, I feel like your counterpart's priority is their parents, or the conditional love their parents have made them believe is the most purest form of unconditional love they'll ever find in their life. But that's not true. Universe is going to bring this clarity to them after some point of time, when this ending takes place, or when these changes, these karmic changes are going to enter into all of these people's lives. That's when this is going to get clear to all of them. At present, all of them are just focused on attracting money, wealth, dowry, property, financial abundance, and just someone they can show off in their society or community. At present, their focus is not on learning their lessons or realizing what it is they've done, but universe is going to put them into that situation, or in such sort of situations where they'll be forced to go through what they've made you go through. So that may create some changes here. So I can say that somehow, in some way, shape or form, universe is going to bring your counterpart back in your life, or bring them back to their senses, where they'll be able to think about everything properly. They'll be able to think things through, and ultimately the only choice that's going to left for them is this connection. That's it. Universe is just going to remove all other options. Universe is not going to allow them to find success with any of those plans or ideas they are going to come up with, where they'll be trying to replace this connection in their life or replace you. It won't work out for them, because death is sitting on top of all of those plans here, on top of all of those options, on top of all of those connections and everything. That's the divine judgment here. So this is your reading. This is the guidance that's coming for you. Don't worry about anything, as the coming changes are going to align everything in the favor of this divine spiritual soul connection of yours. Just know that maybe it's not the right timing for you just yet. When the timing is going to be right, you'll see things happen organically. For now, let it go. For now, choose forgiveness. For now, let it all be. For now, trust in divine and divine timing. For now, go with the flow. Okay? So this was your reading. I hope you enjoyed listening to this reading and this brought you the clarity you were seeking and hoping for. If that's what happened, do let me know how you felt in the comment section below. Feel free to hit the like button and subscribe this channel for more such content to be readily available for you on a regular basis. That's all for now. I'll be back again till that time. Please take care of yourself and your loved ones. Bye-bye.